Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to CruiseAway. It is lovely to have your company. How the Dickens and the devil are you? It is lovely to see you. We see you 3 times a day here on Gecko as well. Every morning at 10 o'clock and then in the afternoon at 1 and 4. Don't forget to make a date. This time we are talking about being away at Christmas or New Year. Or maybe both, because I've got lots and lots of ideas coming your way in this show. It's going to be a good one, actually. I don't know about you, but actually there is something really, really appealing about saying, actually, you know what, I don't really want to do the Christmas dinner. I don't want to do all of the performance at home and whatever. Or maybe the kids have flown the nest and you're kind of thinking, well, they're all doing their thing. Why don't we go away on holiday over Christmas, or at least to go and see the new year in? I have got lots of ideas coming up for you in this show. I've got no-flight holiday getaways, or maybe something bigger and bolder. I've got Royal Caribbean on the menu. I've got Azamara coming your way in just a second. And our favourite, of course, she's always somewhere on the doorstep, Carnival Splendor. We've got that coming up as well. So let's get started as we bring in the new year in Sydney Harbour. Now this is 22 nights, which starts on the 13th of December. So this is going to do Christmas and New Year, and we're flying from either Sydney or Melbourne over to Singapore first for a one-night hotel stay. And why not? It's December. You might want to be doing some Christmas shopping while you're over in Singapore. You might want more than one night in Singapore, by the way. And if you do, again, by all means, just have a word with our team and we'll get that sorted for you. So after a night in a hotel in Singapore, it is time now for you to join. And I have to tell you, long before I get to the price, we are joining Azamara, which is very much more inclusive luxury cruising, more like a charter, less like a cruise. And you're going to be on board for 21 nights. And I don't think I've ever seen an itinerary with Azamara that is so long for the price you're about to see, particularly at the time of year as well, because, you know, I have to say it, hard reality of life, when you go away over Christmas and New Year, generally the prices are kind of that little bit more, you know, costly. Because, of course, what happens is the cruise lines celebrate Christmas and New Year in various ways. Extra entertainment, you know, decorations, whatever it is, you know, there's lots of extra razzmatazz going on around Christmas and New Year. So that costs them more, hence it costs us more to travel. But you won't believe the price of this. Talk about inclusions on Azamara, if you've never been on before, by the way. First of all, you're travelling with a smaller number of passengers. So we're looking between 700 and 800 passengers at full capacity, which is brilliant. You've got a very, very high crew to passenger ratio as well, which is lovely, so more attention for you. You've got wonderful dining options, which are always included. You stay longer in ports. You've got beers, wines and spirits included. Soft drinks, specialty teas and coffees, all included. There are more overnight stays. There are night tours. They have prime docking locations wherever they go. And of course, you're not waiting for docking and excursions. You're on and off the ship really, really rapidly, which is great. They also do extra as amazing evening cultural events as well, and on this one it's going to be seeing in the new year in Sydney Harbour. Gratuities are included and shuttle services into the port and so much more, and that's before we get into the individual restaurants and such like, which you can see in the video here. So remember, you are setting off 13th of December, your night in a hotel in Singapore, and then 21 nights on board Azamara Pursuit. And here's where we're going. Couple of days at sea to Selakan Bawang. Of course, we're all very, very familiar with Selakan Bawang. Wonderful. It's like Bali 15 years ago, and then we go to Bali now, which is Benoit, of course, where you can go up to Ubud, you can go to the Uluwatu Temple, enjoy Balinese dances and so much more. 3 days at sea, we're back around our own shores. Perth is first, Fremantle of course. You can visit the prison, take a guided tour of the historic town. Next we head down to Margaret River to Busselton, get down to the Busselton Jetty, maybe take a scenic drive along the wine region as well, get in some tastings possibly. 3 days at sea over Christmas, we then go into Adelaide, where you can go to the Botanic Garden, of course, maybe a guided tour of the city, more wine tasting maybe. Kangaroo Island is next. The Seal Bay Conservation Park is here, of course. There are lovely scenic drives that you can take on tours as well. A day at sea to Eden, which I just love the name of. It just sounds so lovely, and I would love to go to Pootaroo Place or Potteroo Place and go and see the koalas. Now, the next couple of nights, it's all about New Year. So you are going to be ported up, or sailed up, should I say, into Sydney Harbour. And that's where you will be, and that's where you'll enjoy the spectacular New Year's Eve fireworks. We see it on our TVs every year, don't we? This is your chance to be there with a bird's eye view right the way across the harbour itself. As you see the fireworks, the lights and everything else going on, it's spectacular, it really is. And then you've got a day at sea, and we finish the cruise in Melbourne. And that's it, we're all done. We've seen in the new year, we've enjoyed the fireworks, we've had a fabulous cruise, we've done it in absolute luxury, we've done it with drinks and dining and so many more inclusions on board. It's just incredible, it really is. And remember, you're on board the Azamara Pursuit for 3 fabulous weeks. You lucky, lucky people. I think this is great, and given that this is very much a 6-star beyond offering, where you're talking about more like below deck and less like a crowded cruise, a low deposit on this gets it secured right now, and it's just the greatest way to say goodbye to this year and Christmas and New Year with the bird's eye view over the harbour. That's where you'll be ported in Sydney Harbour, watching the fireworks as they happen. You don't need to buy the tickets, you don't need to edge your way through the crowds, you don't need to spend thousands to be on one of those rooftop bars. You've got your bird's eye view there, all going on, and here it is. And you can book a deposit on this right now to lock in the price tag that we've got for you. But this is going to be one celebration, not just of Christmas, but of New Year and so much more. Here are the details if you want to upgrade on this one. Very, very nice indeed. So remember, this flies you out from Sydney over to Singapore for a night in a hotel there, before we then cruise on Azamara Pursuit for 21 nights, doing Indonesia, Selican, Buang and Bali, and then around our own coast to Fremantle, to Margaret River, a few days at sea over Christmas to Adelaide, Kangaroo Island, Eden, and then a couple of nights in Sydney Harbour there to see in the new year and enjoy the fireworks display with a glass of champagne in your hand on the top deck of Azamara Pursuit, before a further day at sea and disembarking in Melbourne for an amazing price tag. Call us now, 1300 412 358. It might be that you holiday with friends, and it might be that maybe you've got family overseas and you're thinking, actually, that would be a great way of getting the family or connections that you have overseas over to Oz, and then you all do that kind of holiday together. That would be wonderful. Right, okay, I've got other ideas for you, and this show is all about either seeing in the new year or seeing in Christmas and being away on a holiday and doing life very, very differently, rather than being at home cooking and cleaning and doing all of that. So let's take a South Pacific holiday cruise now from Brisbane. This is no fly, and it starts on the 20th of December on Voyager of the Seas with Royal Caribbean. Oh my word, exciting, exciting. I love Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean is great for adventurers of all ages, because you can see there's a lovely mix here of fine dining, great entertainment, great fun up on deck, lots for the family to do. This is a great family cruise opportunity as well, because you've got things like the Flow Rider, the surf simulator there, which is great fun to do. And get up there and enjoy the water parks as well, because again, you know, that's the greatest family time to enjoy as well. We've got a brilliant cruise on the way, of course. Those lovely parades, I mean, they are just brilliant fun. In the evening, of course, you've got lots and lots of different choices. You've got things like karaoke and lounges, you've got sing-alongs, you've got watching live music, you've got the parties that go on up on deck as well. You have your themed nights, you know, things like Tropical Night and White Night, all things like that. They'll do party nights that you can really get involved with. But I just think this is a really nice, you know, quick getaway, you know, get you away over Christmas. You leave on the 20th, back on the 28th, no flight in and out of Brisbane. If you need city flights from elsewhere, again, just let us know and we'll just sort that out for you without a problem. But you know the wonderful dining that you'll enjoy on board, whether you're grabbing and going like in Johnny Rockets or by the pool, or you're enjoying the Windjammer, the main dining, the specialty restaurants. It's all going on for you. You'll love it. So 8 nights, first day, 2 days at sea, and then we are heading into Luganville in Vanuatu, which is very, very nice indeed. There's the cultural centre there. You can take a scenic drive to the big Ons Vata beach, maybe. Then we head into Vila in Vanuatu, the capital city, of course. Explore the markets, enjoy a cultural tour maybe, and learn all about local traditions and the history of this part of the world. And from history mystery to mystery to Mystery Island we go next. You can just relax on the beaches here if you fancy, which would be lovely to do. Maybe do a bit of snorkeling. Maybe you've never done that before, to see all the tropical fish and explore the island's natural beauty. A couple of days at sea, which is over Christmas as well, which is lovely. Lots of celebrations on board. Of course, the ship will all be decorated up with a giant Christmas tree, lights and ornaments. They'll have themed activities like gingerbread cookie decorating, family story time, holiday movie screenings, craft making sessions, ugly sweater contests. It'll all be going on. And then you'll be disembarking back in Brisbane. And that's it, the end of your fabulous cruise. But what a lovely, lovely way to enjoy Christmas in the South Pacific. Having someone else take care of absolutely everything for you. Hey, listen, take this up right now and you will save up to $1,929 per person by booking this right now with us. What? What? Yeah. Saving the best part of $2,000 per person when you book this with us right now. Merry Christmas. Here's your price tag. It's amazing too. There is your opportunity to escape, to enjoy, to lavish in Christmas, to be away from home and do something completely different. Again, get the family together. Royal Caribbean. Everyone cruises with Royal Caribbean. 2, 22, 32, 52, 82, 102. Everyone loves Royal Caribbean. And right now, if you book this with a low deposit, you'll save the best part of up to $2,000 per person by booking this with us. Here's the upgrades. If you fancy a little cheeky Christmas upgrade, there they are for you. Amazing. Absolutely incredible. I mean, you know Royal Caribbean. We talk about Royal Caribbean all the time. They're a brilliant cruise for everyone. They're an easy cruise for everyone as well. You know, everyone loves being on board. Everyone has a great time. You know, you've got the character parades going on. You've got any number of different dining options for you, and just great family fun at a brilliant price tag, has to be said. So call us right now, get the deposit in. A low deposit today will seal the deal for you. 1300 412 358 is the number to call. It's not going to cost you, of course, a cent to call. And if you're looking for other options for Christmas and New Year, remember our website. It's always there for you. It's down there on the screen as well, cruiseaway.com.au. On our website, you can literally search the world. All the major cruise lines, all their cruises, all times of the year, all parts of the world. So if you're thinking, well, at the moment, Derek, you're talking about Christmas and New Year celebrations, which is a good idea, but I need something for February. I need something for May. I need something in 2 weeks' time. cruiseaway.com.au, or just call us. Tell us where you fancy going and when you fancy going, we'll make it happen. But back to holiday season cruising right now. We're off to New Zealand next, and it's a holiday cruise from Sydney. Again, no fly. So 9 nights in and out of Sydney on one of my favourite ships. I love Anthem of the Seas now with Royal Caribbean. I was on Anthem when she first launched for a few nights cruising. And I absolutely loved it. Seriously, everything about it is wonderful. And you know what? She's as modern and brand new and up to date now as when she first launched the best part of 10 years ago, I beg your pardon. And she's amazing because she was so ahead of her time back then that everything on board just seems like super fun and brand new even now. She's a big ship, as you can see. She's got lots of wonderful features. The accommodation, just take that as read. It's brilliant. It's lovely. Plenty of room in the wardrobe, lovely bed, gorgeous bathroom with everything you need. What more do you want? You know what? You're there to enjoy what's on the ship as well, aren't you? Things like the Seaplex, where you can do a roller disco. The kids can go up in the upper level and they can play on the PlayStations and the gaming consoles and whatever. You can be doing a roller disco. You can be up on the North Star there, way above the ship. That also leans over the ocean as well, which is brilliant. I mean, it's a really, really lovely experience. Learn to surf if you don't already on the Flow Rider. You don't have to be an expert. Dead beginners become very, very good very, very quickly, so it's well worth a try. Do you fancy skydiving? Have you ever done that before? You can do a simulator there called Ripcord by iFly, which is great fun. Let me tell you, there's Gigi. She's huge. and she's brilliant and great to have selfies next to. It's lovely. It's just another bonkers bizarre thing that Royal Caribbean do just to keep everyone smiling. Nice big pools, which is wonderful, including a big pool on the inside actually in the solarium area, which is a lovely area for you to relax right at the front of the ship and just chill out. Feels like you're in the Caribbean there. Dining options, so many, 18 different restaurants. You've got some main dining included, of course, your Windjammer restaurant and your main restaurant included. Then you've got speciality dining like Wonderland, which is incredible. Jamie Oliver's Italian is in there too, which you don't see very often around the world right now. So lots and lots of wonderful things to enjoy. The entertainment from one end of the ship to the other is incredible. You've never seen anything like it. The 270 Lounge, honestly, I wish I had more time to tell you about that, because that is one of the most awesome performance spaces you've ever seen in your life. And there's no ticket prices for these shows either, all included in your Royal Caribbean cruise. So it's the 19th of December. We're leaving out of Sydney. We've got the first couple of days at sea. We're in Picton in New Zealand, the home of the Marlborough Sounds, of course, where you can take a scenic boat tour, or you can go to the wineries here. Of course, it's a big region for wine. So you can maybe taste some vintages, maybe bring a couple of bottles home as well. Christchurch in New Zealand next, where you can discover the Canterbury Museum, take a guided city tour, maybe head into the Botanic Gardens, which are very, very popular here. Quite like the idea of a kayak safari. That would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Next, we head into Dunedin, which is New Zealand with like a hint of Scotland as well. They have their own Scottish castle there. And there's wonderful Penguin Place and the Otago Peninsula, which is well worth going to see. Even the Royal Albatross Centre, if you're a bird watcher. Next few days, we are cruising the amazing Fiordland National Park. This is the Dusky and the Doubtful and the Milford Sounds, and they are huge and beautiful. They really are vast fjordlands carved out millions and millions of years ago. These wonderful valleys that you sail through, and the views are just spectacular. Before you then come back into Sydney after a couple of days at sea. And remember, somewhere in the middle of all of that is Christmas, and Christmas has passed you by. It's celebrated, of course, on the ship. The ship will be nicely decorated for you, as Royal Caribbean like to. They'll have Christmas parades. They'll have other events going on, like take your ugly Christmas jumper, take your Christmas costumes and your loud shirts, and do all of that as well. It's going to be brilliant. And that's a nice way to do Christmas, isn't it? Where someone else is taking care of absolutely everything for you, looking after your stateroom, feeding you, entertaining you. All you've got to do is just sit back, relax, and enjoy the holiday. Big savings on this one as well if you book today. On this one, we are saving up to $2,330 per person on this very offer if you book it now with a low deposit. And this is your chance to spend Christmas in New Zealand, no fly to and from Sydney. With a low deposit today, here is your price. And it's amazing. As always, of course it is. You're booking it with CruiseAway. And CruiseAway really know how to unlock the very, very best of all the cruise savings that they are. Here I am with my keys unlocking the savings, whether it be upgrades, savings, drinks package, balcony upgrades, whatever it might be. In this case, it is a saving of up to $2,391 per person, potential saving on this offer. And it's all available for you to book right now. Here's the overview and the details of upgrading on this one. Sorry, I just said savings are up to $2,391. That's the price of the offer. The savings on this one, oh yeah, they are pretty much the same, aren't they? Up to $2,330 saved per person potentially on this offer. I mean, that's not bad really, is it? It's it's very good, and it's worth jumping in for right now. And the number, as always, is 1300 412 358. That's toll free to call us right now here at CruiseAway. Never been a better time to get your cruise bookings all sorted out, and I'll tell you why actually, because this is a brilliant time of the year to get something last minute into the diary. It's very, very good time to get a late deal into your diary, but also it's a really good time for planning ahead for your cruises. I mean, cruises now are booking way into, I think we're probably up to about, with a lot of cruise lines now, almost up to halfway through 2027, being able to book that far ahead. And it's well worth doing, because what you're doing is you're saying, okay, well, the price of everything is going to go up. So if I book it now and lock it in with a deposit, that price is locked and won't change. which is brilliant. So you're kind of future-proofing your holidays for the next couple of years. Anyway, let's get back to this year right now. Now we have a South Pacific holiday, and this is Carnival Splendor from Sydney. You'll join her on the 29th of December for 9 nights, no fly, right here in Sydney. Now listen, we all know Carnival Splendor, right? I mean, a lot of you would have been on Grinchmas in July. On Splendor. A lot of you will have done one of the cruises on Carnival Splendor, so you know that she's brilliant, right? Carnival cruising is all about one word, and it's fun. And fun plus Christmas equals brilliant. Now, if you've been on a Grinchmas cruise, you know how they bring out the whole 9 yards. They bring out the Christmas tree, and it's a huge Christmas tree as well. They've got the characters, they've got the displays, they've got the decorations going on. It feels beautiful and festive. So at this time of the year, it is brilliant. Obviously on this cruise, what we're doing is we're seeing in the new year as opposed to Christmas itself. But there's still going to be that lovely festive feel to what's going on the ship. You know that with Splendor, any age has the greatest time. Everyone has a brilliant time with Carnival because every bar and lounge and place that you go to feels very different. It's not like one of those ships where the theming runs right the way through the whole ship. It feels like every time you move left or right or up or down, you're somewhere completely and utterly different. And of course, it's a wonderful team on board that look after the kids beautifully. There's lots of family activities you can all do together. In the evening, of course, you've got great comedy shows if you fancy. There are family comedy shows, there are adults ones as well. In terms of adults as well, there are nice places, adults only, that you can go and escape if you want to, into complete and utter, you know, quiet peace. Relaxation time. It's going to be wonderful. But essentially, Carnival is great for people who like meeting other people, like holidaying with other people. If you're a people person, Carnival is absolutely for you. You're going to love it. And of course, they've got the great shopping that you can enjoy in the Carnival fun shops. They are brilliant. You get some real deals and bargains in there. But this, for me, this is about, you know, getting away and seeing in the new year and just having the greatest time. So we leave on the 29th of December and off we go out of Sydney into Noumea first, and you can head into the city and explore it. If you like, you can stay on Splendor and just enjoy the day on Splendor, feeling like you've got it a bit to yourself because there'll be people out on tours and you've got more of the ship to yourself. Mystery Island, Vanuatu, pristine beaches, lush rainforests, swimming, snorkeling, laying on the beach. It's all there for you in Mystery Island. So just enjoy the very, very best of it. Bear in mind the time of the year, you're having a holiday, you're having a break, be as busy or relaxed as you like. Into Lifu next in New Caledonia. Lovely island, traditional villages there. You can take a guided tour of the natural beauty and the cultural heritage, head into the grottos there, or just head for a lovely beach. And then after a couple of days at sea, we head back into Sydney. And that is the end of our cruise. What a lovely way of saying goodbye to 2025 and saying bye-bye and hello 2026. And you know what we'll all say to each other as we're doing Auld Lang Syne or clinking glasses at midnight, seeing in the new year? We'll all say, let's hope this year's a better year. Because we say that every year, don't we? No matter how good the year is or not, we always say, don't we? As we're seeing in a new year, we always say, it's going to be a good one, this one. Talking of a good one, let's get your good price on screen straight away for this, because it is very, very good. This is Carnival Cruising at its finest and best, remember. We have just the greatest fun with a Carnival cruise. They are amazing. That is the deal of the show, isn't it? That is the deal of the show. In fact, Mr. Producer, can we get back on board Carnival Splendor and have another look around? Is there time? I would love to do that. 1574. Deposit today to make this happen. Now you can see the price. Let's take another look around the ship so that you can see all the fun that you will be having while you're on board. I mean, in terms of food, by the way, whoever you've got with you, even the fussiest of eaters, there will be something, I promise you. Absolutely promise you. They do wonderful sea day brunches as well. So if you're a late riser like I am, because you've had a party night the night before, not a problem whatsoever, because you can have a nice sea day brunch. Gorgeous Guy's Burgers. Oh my word, if you ever had a Guy's Burger on a Carnival cruise, they're brilliant and they're free. And you can customise them exactly the way you want them. They're brilliant. Have you been to Fahrenheit 555 as well? It's the most incredible specialty dining steakhouse. not Snake House, Steakhouse on board Carnival Splendor. They'll bring the steaks out for you to choose, and then you can watch as they grill them in the kitchen, and they are stunning, let me tell you. It's speciality, so there's a cover charge there, but it's nowhere near what you would pay in an equivalent sort of Sydney steakhouse, for instance. It's stunning. There's a pizzeria in there which is open to everyone daily, which is lovely. A nice big range of pizzas. Entertainment's really, really important when you're on a cruise as well, because people think in the evening, okay, when I've eaten dinner, what do I do then? You know, what do I do for the rest of the night? Well, you've got bars, you've got lounges. As I said before, you've got a comedy club on board as well. There's Playlist Productions, lots and lots of big production shows. You don't have to buy tickets for those either, because they're free. You go and enjoy those as part of your cruise fare. If you fancy going to the gym and working off a few of those calories, fine. I prefer to work off my calories with a bit of a boogie late at night. You can do that too. There are live game shows. There are special parties as well. They do mega deck parties. They do 80s nights and other theme nights as well. There's things like karaoke. Karaoke's good fun, isn't it, to do, especially when you're on holiday and nobody knows you. It's even better, isn't it? You can drown a tune to your heart's content and nobody ever knows. It's an incredible price, this, isn't it? Remember, it leaves on the 29th of December and you are cruising for 9 nights on Carnival Splendor. So you are enjoying the festive feel on board, you're seeing in the new year, and you're doing it all, no flight to and from Sydney. Obviously, if you're not based in Sydney, if you want city flights in and out, no problem. Talk to our team. We'll make that happen as well. It's 1300 412 358. It is incredible. And listen, just talking about us for a second, let's blow our own trumpet for just a moment, because when it comes to the cruise business, we know it inside out.
With over 25 years of travel experience, when booking with CruiseAway, you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. We allow you to spread the cost of your holiday. Just pay a deposit today, and then you have until the due date to pay your balance. You can browse our deals online at cruiseaway.com.au or call us toll-free and speak to one of our experienced cruise consultants based right here in Australia. Plus, as a fully accredited member of CLIA, AFTA and ATAS, you have total confidence and complete peace of mind when booking with us. CruiseAway, you know you want to.
And listen, you know, all of those ideas that we just had were pretty close to home, actually, weren't they, in terms of seeing in Christmas and New Year? You fancy doing it on the other side of the world. Maybe you fancy Christmas in the Caribbean. 2-week cruise around the Caribbean at Christmas time. No problem, we can make that happen for you. How do you fancy being, I don't know, let's go wild and crazy. Alaska at Christmas, maybe. Maybe touring the Golden Triangle of India. You could do that at a festive time of year as well, I'm sure. We can hook you up with all the adventures. You can go searching for them as well on our website, cruiseaway.com.au. Listen, thank you for your company. A whole half hour you've stuck with me. Thank you so much. We're here 3 times a day. Don't forget, here on Gecko, 10 in the morning, 1 and 4 in the afternoon. Don't miss the next CruiseAway show. I will be here to see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.